I'm Dave Gormley. This video and the blog posts that go with it are to help you make the most of your initial bankruptcy consult. When people call to schedule their initial consultation in our Lexington Park or Waldorf office, they usually want to know what to bring. Our answer is just bring yourself. For the initial consultation, our main goal is to get an overall picture of your financial situation. We'll have plenty of time down the road to look over tax returns and pay stubs. We find that if we focus too much on getting exact dollar figures at the initial consult, we may miss something important. Often, a person calls because of some triggering event like a lawsuit or a foreclosure. Bringing these notices for us to take a look at is always a good start. However, at this first meeting we want to focus on the forest, not just the tree that's in front of you. To help get the big picture, we start by asking a page full of questions that help us get an overall picture of your financial situation. It may not be the most personal way to start a meeting, but to answer your questions in a meaningful way, we need all of this information first. By just plodding through and getting this information down on paper, not only will we be able to answer your questions, we'll probably be able to anticipate most of them. More importantly, these questions help us to quickly figure out what options you have. That way we can take the time to explain these options so you'll be able to decide which one's the best one for you. While explaining the process and the steps associated with each of these options, we will also share which one we feel makes the most sense for you and why. We will also tell you what the attorney's fees and filing fees would be for each of these options. Since at this point we're looking for ballpark numbers, you can probably get through this first meeting with just giving answers off the top of your head. If we decide to file for bankruptcy, we'll be getting all those details when you do our homework assignment, which is a 5 or 8 hour project, kind of doing a financial statement listing out all your assets, all of your debts, tax returns, pay stubs, and also completing an online credit counseling class. That class will take you 2 or 3 hours to do as well, and you can do it over the phone. Even after your bankruptcy is over, we're going to ask you to do on our website an annual financial review. That's to help make sure you take advantage of the fresh start and you bounce back from these financial problems. But if you want a little homework now, before our initial meeting, here are some of the questions we're going to be asking and some of the numbers we'll be looking for. How long have you lived in Maryland? How many people live with you? Have you ever filed for bankruptcy before, and if so, when? What is your household income? Are you married, single, divorced, or widowed? If you have any real estate or vehicles, what are they worth and what do you owe on them? On any car loans, we will want to know when they're paid off and who the lender is. If you had to pay off all your credit card debt and all your personal loans with one check, how big would that check have to be? Is any of this debt owed to a credit union? Do you owe any medical bills, and if so, how much? Same with student loans. Do you have a loan against a 401k or a TSP plan? Even if when a client brings in a spreadsheet with all this information, we want to take the time to ask these questions in person to make sure that they understand what we're asking, and because in the course of that conversation we get a feel for what's important to them. While finances in bankruptcy may seem like they are all about the numbers, that simply isn't the case. The right option for someone who wants to retire and move to Arizona in 3 years would be completely different from what is the right answer for someone who wants to stay in the area for the rest of their life. So, even if you come in with these questions all answered, we're going to take the time to go over them to make sure that we get it right and to make sure that you understand the options and help you pick the one that's best for you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to meeting you.